I feel like it's a blow to their ego, and it may just be one of those necessary lessons that you've brought to the table in their life. And so there's this just humbling of your person's energy that I am. Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I'm going to dive into this message that I've been picking up on all day, and it's about your person and the fact that it is eating them alive, that you are not reacting in the same way that you used to, okay? So I do feel like for many of you, there are a lot of shifts and transformation on your journey and the way that you are connecting to this person's energy in general. It has them feeling hesitant to reach out. And I feel like that's a good thing, because the vibe that you're giving off is like it's very mature. It's very grounded. And the best way I can put it is you're not attached to anything, and you don't have any expectations unless you have determined that from the beginning and you've set that in place. And I feel like somebody's realizing that they can't have an effect on you because they don't hold that much value or place in your life for them to have an effect. And that's what they're realizing, is that, wait a second, like I can't even affect this person's energy because I don't even think that they hold me to that high of a value in the first place, okay? And I feel like it's a blow to their ego, and it may just be one of those necessary lessons that you've brought to the table in their life. And so there's this just humbling of your person's energy that I am feeling, okay? They could be really drawn to you at this time. I'm also feeling like this feeling of like regret, like shit, like I shouldn't have moved so fast, or I shouldn't have been so impulsive, or I feel like they're thinking to themselves like they shouldn't have showed you their hand so quickly, okay? Maybe they should have thought before they did something, or they should have paused, or they should have taken time to reflect, and they didn't do that. And maybe the tables have shifted, it's turned in some way where they're feeling like you hold some kind of empowerment or power over them, okay? Yeah, it's like there's this card coming up again showing how uninterested you may be in someone who I feel they may be trying to make you chase them. That is just what I am getting through this, and you're not having it this time around. Okay, they could be wondering as well, like maybe who else could have your attention or your focus. They could be projecting this onto you as well, because they know that in the past, this is maybe behavior that they've engaged in. If they were busy or uninterested, it was probably because somebody else had their time taken up. So now they may be judging you for this as well. They may be thinking or wondering. It's like their mind is getting to them just based off of how it is they may be as a person, okay? They could be thinking all kinds of things as to why it is you may be pulling away or pulling back your energy, or you're just not as available. Like, I don't see many of you doing this at a place of trying to be vindictive. It is just the energy, right? The energy makes you feel like you're just more in control of the decisions that you're making, and you're just more in control of the expectations that you've set for yourself. So you don't feel like you need to be in a chaser energy for anybody, no matter how magnetic or strong or attractive or delightful or enticing the connection may be. Many of you are exuding self-control with this person. And I feel like, again, it's a huge blow to their ego, because you could be dealing with a person that's very attractive. You know, I'll be quite honest. They have a certain level of charm about them that makes other people very, very gullible to them, maybe at times including yourself. But I feel like for many of you, you really do have the gift of discernment. You know, you may have to burn to learn at times, but you certainly learn. And I feel like out of everybody that they've ever encountered or met, they're used to having this kind of dismissive energy about them, and they've tried to do that with you also in the past, but somehow they always seem to resurface. And I feel like this time around, with them resurfacing, maybe they're feeling that dismissive energy from you. You're not really giving them the time of day, and they could be really triggered by it, and now they're trying to do things like give you the silent treatment, or they could be trying to pull their energy back. But the problem with that is that they're doing that, and then they're still waiting for you, and maybe you're not showing up because, again, many of you have really moved on from these cycles, and when this is your person, I feel like they are learning that lesson as well, to maybe mature or to meet you at the level that you're at. And for many of them, I am feeling this certain level of pride with this person. Like, it really is going to take them coming forward to communicate, and I feel like you're making them cave. Like, they hate doing this. They hate having to be the one. This could be a really prideful person as well. Okay, they're used to being spoiled. They're used to being catered to. They're not used to really taking other people's feelings into consideration. But they've never met or encountered anybody where they've cared about that person's feelings or consideration. With you, they care about it. Okay, so let's see what else is coming up. Yeah, so you've certainly got their attention in terms of just how attractive your energy is. I feel like this has nothing to do with the way that you look. This has everything to do with the pull, okay? Because I see the magic of the 2 golden rings here as well. This is the part where they can't deny that you literally have them wrapped around your finger with the gold rings there. Okay, I feel like this is a feeling that they're acknowledging and that they can't get away from, but part of it, like, they just hate that you're able to do this to them. Okay, I'm also getting to that someone has come in with communication. They really hate to be the first one to reach out or even reach out at all, but they caved and they're reaching out in this card, and they got a version of you that they weren't expecting, and now the tables have turned. Now they're admiring you from afar. Now they're keeping their distance, but the energy in the room is not lying. They're trying to keep their distance, but it is really difficult for this person to try to keep their distance. Like, they're really having to force themselves to stay away from you at this time. Why? Because when they approach you, the energy that they're getting from you is just kind of nonchalant. It's not, waiting on them, right? It's not like anxious and just waiting on them. It is more just, if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. And that energy is enticing to them. They like that feeling of being wrapped around your finger, even if it's something that they don't like to admit. I definitely feel like your person really gets a kick out of you when it comes to that kind of intimate exchange. They really like you being in charge of that pull. Okay, they really like you being in charge of saying when, where, why, how. I don't know. It's a really sensual message, but that's what I'm getting. Let's see what else is coming up between you two since the tables have turned. So there could be a lot that they want to say to you. There's a lot that they may want to express to you, but they don't want you to intervene. They don't want you to say a word. This person could be afraid of what it is you have to say if they do communicate truthfully, okay? Because I feel like he's here ready to express his thoughts, and then he's putting his hand over her mouth as though, like, don't put me at a distance. Just hear me out. The energy that I'm picking up on is like you're trying to put them in the friend zone and they're not having it. They don't want to hear it because your energy is different this time around. Okay, now is a time of when they may be ready to express a lot of this feeling towards you, a lot of this charm, a lot of this passion, a lot of this love. They want you to be theirs. They want to focus on you, but at the very same time, you're maybe just wanting to keep this simple, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear you say that right now, and that's why many of them could be keeping their distance. They could be thinking of all these feelings and emotions that they have towards you, but it's coming up at a time where there's a shift in the energy. I feel like there could be a lot of regret for how it is they behaved in the past when they did have your energy, when they did have your time. they maybe, acted here and there, coming in and out, maybe ghosting, entertaining other energies. And I feel like many of you were like, okay, if that's where you want to be, that's where you want to be. That's really not in alignment with what I want for myself. And I feel like, again, there might be this very magnetic pull between you two, a chemistry, some kind of fling energy that I'm getting, where it's like you two can't help but cave when it comes to interacting with one another. But again, this time around, I feel like even though you may be interacting with this person, there's something different about you. You're not as quick to entertain this connection as you were in the past. You're not as quick to just drop everything. Ooh, maybe because there is something that you have going on in the background that you're just not willing to drop as easily. And that's why I'm picking up on, they know that somebody else may have your attention because you're kind of pulling away like this. Ooh, that's what's going on here. Because see, with this energy here, you're very beautiful and magnetic, and you're just kind of doing your own thing. Lots of people may be watching you from afar. Just be very graceful and in charge of your own life. A lot of you could be very independent. Like I feel too, like a lot of you have suitors around you that they want to be so like gentlemanly to you, okay? If this energy is vice versa, you could have like women towards you that really want to be like nurturing and like, you need somebody to cook for you, need somebody to take care of you. Whereas the opposite energy, there might just be people that are like, masculine energies that might be coming towards you. If you ever need anything, just let me know. I feel like many of you who are in the feminine energy, that's been a big theme with masculines around you. Okay, you ever need anything, you let me know. And many of you are like, oh, all right. But that's what this person's picking up on. Okay, and I really do. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you're a grown-ass person, whatever you have going on in your life that's private, as long as, you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of business, whatever you have going on with your personal intimate affairs is nobody's business. But I'm telling you that your person is picking up on this. You're acting differently with them, trying to approach you with this whole on and off thing, right? They kind of come back into your life and you're just like, I gotta go, or hey, sorry, it's late, I can't talk right now. They're wondering, okay, you talking to somebody else? Normally you just drop everything and chill with me and talk with me and give me all your time and tell me everything that's going on with you. But lately you guys have just been, like I said, a lot's been going on with you and they really don't want to hear everything that's been going on with you. Like, it's almost like a worried look on their face of like, don't tell me that. Don't say that to me. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you got that going on. What? Like, like you're busy? What? Like you can't stay and talk to me? You have to go? It's like, yeah, I do. Okay, this person is having a really hard time watching you prioritize other things over them. And I feel like that's this big shift, is like you're really standing in this independent energy of finally just kind of letting go and doing your own thing. And you definitely have other people catching your attention because the vibe that you're giving off is that your expectations are different. And because your expectations are different, many of you are attracting the things that you're really wanting and that you're in alignment with. And I do feel like a lot of you are attracting suitors that are very romantic. Like they're catering to you. They're showing you attention in ways that with your past person here, who's now all of a sudden desperate to get your attention, they didn't take the time to cater to all of those things. They just really thought that this whole big attraction to them was enough to keep you sticking around and craving them and wanting them, probably like a lot of the other, energies around them of their past, but what they're starting to realize is, you're nothing like anybody of their past. You're always going to be that one, that G, that number one in their life. But again, really in their head right now about who it is that has your attention, that's making you act this nonchalant with them, okay? Usually you drop everything and come running in their direction when they communicate, but yeah, lately you guys are feeling like you have options, and I feel like maybe it's just this kind of blessing or this gift from the universe and letting you know that you're worthy. You're absolutely worthy. When you set your intentions and you become clear about what it is you deserve, the universe will serve it to you on a silver platter. But then I feel like many of you are at that crossroads where, you've got to close the door behind you in certain other areas of your life if you want, new opportunities to meet you. And that's often, sometimes a difficult thing to do. But yeah, at this time, that's what's on their mind. They can sense what's going on with you, and maybe I might have revealed it. All right. If you guys want to dig into this energy a little bit deeper, reach me over on HYPSEE. You guys can literally pick up the phone and call me, and we can chit chat. And yeah, if you guys are looking for more readings like this with this type of deck, don't be afraid to check out the membership section. I do have the 18 plus readings on there for you as well. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next reading, okay? All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.